That Christmas is a 3D animated holiday comedy film from Locksmith Animation, the same studio that made Ron's Gone Wrong back in 2021. Now they're back with their second feature, premiering on Netflix. The movie was directed by Simon Otto, who has done a lot of animation work on many DreamWorks movies over the years, and this is his first director's credit for a film. The movie is based on Richard Curtis's Christmas book trilogy, That Christmas and Other Stories. The story is told from 3 different perspectives that become intertwined by the end, focusing on 3 different groups dealing with their own struggles over the holidays as a huge storm prevents many events from proceeding smoothly. The first story follows Danny, who is dealing with being alone most of the time. His mom is constantly working long shifts as a nurse during the holidays, and his dad can't make it to see him. This leads Danny to improvise a lot of his time, making friends with his neighbor and teacher, who also struggles with her own loneliness during the holidays. Danny is also the new kid in town, so he doesn't have many friends, but develops a crush on a girl at school named Sam, and tries to get to know her better and ask her out.
Oh, yes, right, of course. I knew that. Just doing some last minute shopping.
Without spoiling too much, Danny's story is nice overall. He has a lot going on between his mom's overworking, his dad being absent, his bond with his neighbor, and his crush on Sam. While not everything is as fleshed out as it could be, what they managed to do with his story feels very wholesome and heartfelt. The second story focuses on Sam and her sister, Charlie. Even though they are twins, they don't act the same at all. Sam is very peaceful and by the books, while Charlie is a rebel who dives headfirst into situations. Sam is worried about Charlie because she's been doing a lot of naughty things before Christmas. But little does Sam or anyone else know that Charlie has her own reasons for her behavior. I won't spoil the reason, but it leads to Sam understanding her sister better. Charlie's methods are a little bit unorthodox, but they still come from the heart. It's worth noting that Sam actually has a crush on Danny, and their little interactions lead to some cute moments in the film. This second story is just as uplifting as Danny's, and both sisters get their moments to shine. Since there are fewer elements to juggle, this part doesn't take up too much of the runtime, and has enough space to develop its characters. The third and final story follows 3 families spending their holidays together. The parents are preparing to leave for a wedding the next day, leaving the eldest child, Bernadette, in charge of the younger kids. But when the storm hits, the parents' van gets toppled and they're stranded in the middle of nowhere, unable to return home. Meanwhile, Bernadette improvises presents, food, and activities to keep the kids entertained as they wait for their parents to come back. For the most part, Bernadette's efforts work. She gives everyone a chance to enjoy themselves in their own way, while the parents are stuck coping in a van all night. The story wraps up in a big event that ties all 3 stories together, showing how many things can happen in a small town during the holidays. Without spoiling anything, it all leads to a heartwarming and happy holiday for everyone. The movie overall is genuinely good. It's not amazing, but it's a wholesome Christmas story told from 3 perspectives that converge into one event. While the hour-and-a-half runtime makes the movie feel a bit cluttered at times, and not everything is as fleshed out as it could be, the message and Christmas spirit still comes through. One thing I'll note is that Santa doesn't play a big part in the movie. Based on the advertising, I thought he'd have a larger role, but he barely appears. This doesn't hurt the movie in any way, it was just surprising considering how much he's featured in the marketing. I've seen mixed reviews to this movie. Some people think it's just ordinary or just tolerable, but I'm not sure what they were really expecting. Personally, I really enjoyed it. Not everything has to be a grand, over-the-top story to be enjoyable. I find joy in the smaller, heartfelt moments, and if you do too, this movie might be for you. If you're looking for another Christmas movie to watch, you might want to add this onto your list. I could even see it becoming part of my yearly holiday watch list. What did you all think of the movie? Is it a future Christmas classic, or more of a one-and-done watch?